Thank you for joining us on this episode of Escape Pod. I'm David Anthony.
I'm drinking water, Tony Brown. Crap, I wasn't ready.
Tony! What's up, bud?
Hey, we're hanging out.
We are hanging out. Who are we hanging out with tonight?
WWE Tag Team Champion Logan Abell.
WWE.
Fail.
You failed.
Edit. WWA.
Yeah, we'll go with that. WWA.
That's too funny. But you're so good that he thought you were.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
There you go. There you go.
Future.
He knows better. He's just being a dork.
Yeah, always.
That's all right. Logan, welcome, bud.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
Oh man, no problem. Now, I actually met you from working on a movie, The Volumes of Blood, and then I was like talking to you there, and then like somebody's like, he's a wrestler, right? I was like, what? I had no idea. Tony's a big wrestling fan from way back, and I, when I was younger, I watched the Seven wrestling with
Don't age yourself.
like what was you have to help me every time. What was the announcer's name?
San Martino.
No.
Vern Gagne. Back when it was black and white.
Yeah. No, not that old. Thanks, buddy. No, but see, like Jerry the King Lawler and
back when it was black and white.
Shut up.
The guy ain't wrestled in like 34 years.
And Jeff Jarrett was on that when he just started. What was that called?
Just like Channel 7.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling, was it?
Smoky Mountain. It's not
Yeah, but it was something out of Evansville. Come on now. That was the announcer's name.
I didn't live here then.
You did. We talked about it 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Oh.
That's all right. I guess he mentally zoned out for me. That's all right, buddy. That's all right. But anyway, so I used to watch a lot of that wrestling, when I was younger, and then just kind of
when it was in the studio.
Kind of got out
Flair
of it.
and the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler was throwing fire.
Yep. Good old days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm drawing blank.
I cannot think of their names to save my life. And everybody out there listening to this podcast, especially Huff, he'll be like, "Oh, you idiot!"
And you're telling everybody I'm a huge wrestling fan, and
I'm drawing blank on the actual name of it myself.
There you go.
I mean, we got the Coliseum over there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's what they went by that name back then.
I don't remember. But what was it? Bill Superstar Dundee and those guys, were wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
So
Dutch man. I have to ask Mr. Google.
All right, you check with Mr. Google. So Logan, you're wrestling now. You're doing really well. But where did it come from? I mean, did you like watch it on TV and get inspired that way, or what?
Yeah, I guess I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah,
of the whole thing. Basically, back in the day, I moved, and the house I moved into, the kids across the street, they watched wrestling, and I watched with them, and that was like when Stone Cold was the #1 guy, basically, and DX was running around, and Mankind and all that. And basically, we watched it for a little bit, and then I kind of quit watching it. And then one day, I just was like flipping through channels, and I stopped and started watching it. And I'm pretty sure it was The Rock was on cutting a promo for Raw that one night, and it was to set up a match with him and Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit and Big Show. And basically, they did like an attack or something to where it was a handicap where Rock had to fight him alone. And I was watching it and just like was stuck there just watching every bit of it. I was like, man, I'm loving this. And then Jericho comes out later and stuff. And I just remember like Benoit gets mad because they lose and hits Big Show, and Big Show choke slams them because you don't piss off the big guy and stuff. So and just ever since then I was like, I'm gonna watch this, start watching more. And I just kept watching and I just stayed with it. And then basically I got in middle school. And one of my buddies, who's now one of my best friends, we did backyard wrestling, like on trampoline and stuff. Just doing some of the moves, RKO and stuff like that, spears. And then eventually we were like, well, let's just actually record us do like a match, or something like that. So we did that, and it evolved from there that we got some more of our friends involved, and then we got off the trampoline to what's called a base in the backyard, which is like a homemade ring. and ours was like tires, plywood,
I bet that felt great.
cardboard with a bit of carpet on top and a tarp over it, and that's what we slammed each other on. That was our ring.
Wow.
So it did not feel good at all, but I mean, that's what you had to do in the backyard. You're there. If you had loads of money, you could buy a ring, but we didn't have that.
How much rug burn came out of that thing, man? Oh my gosh.
Man. But we had tons of jokes with it, because like we would just most of our stuff we got was just found somewhere. You know, I went out and bought some plywood, but like the tires went to a car shop and said, "Hey, you got spare tires we can have?" And they said, "Sure," because they don't want to keep them.
Right, yeah.
So those were good, and then I think the tarp was an extra my friend had, and carpet, I'm pretty sure we found it near a dumpster somewhere, and we just put that on there. But we had the tarp all over it. So
right. So that was better.
And then like cardboard I got from, because I used to work at a pizza place, and so I used like cardboard boxes from there, like extras and stuff. So that's basically what we did. And we just had like some silly moments, like looking for like weapons and things, and we were traveling around town, and basically we found a mattress just sitting on the side of the road, we go for trash, and I was like, probably not a good idea, but let's take it. So we took that, and then it became our big joke, because we were like, it's probably got like SARS in it or something. So it's our SARS infested mattress, and we'd slam each other on them and stuff. But it was more for like a stunt pad for like, we did something like off of a ladder, you know,
sure,
something a little softer laying on than the base.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what we did. And then, you know, I just kept with it. And then one of our buddies that started doing it with me, he started getting in contact with some indie promotions around the area, like in lower southern Indiana and around here. And they came and checked us out because we got some connections to the ring at the time. Did a couple matches, they liked it. So basically from there, I just kept with it, in touch with these people, then got with these people, and just kind of went with it from there.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically how I started, and I stayed with it with one company basically because I was busy with doing other things, and then I kind of quit for a few months, kind of burnt out with it because I was going to college and stuff at the time.
Sure.
But then I came back later on, and I started getting back into it, and basically with the World Wrestling Alliance, where I'm now mainly. Went and checked out their shows. Some of my friends I know through wrestling were there at the time, and they were like, "Dude, you gotta come check it out. It's better than these other places you've been and stuff." And I was like, "All right, cool. You know, I'll see it for myself if that's true." So I went there, checked out their first show I ever went to, which was one night only, 2013 or 14. I think it's 13 if I'm not mistaken. And then I talked to Chris Waddell, the owner, after that, and basically gave me, you know, a little insight on the company, on how they work, and then told him I was still interested, and from there I've been with the company. So, and I'll still go places here and there, but that's my home base, if you will.
Right, your main core you work with, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very cool. And they're at a Central City?
Yeah, that's their home location.
Right.
But when I first started, they were just Central, and then they started doing Livermore shows with Central, and now they've started doing Owensboro, Livermore, and Central.
Which is cool.
Yeah, they just keep expanding it and stuff. And then, of course, they got the YouTube channel going, which is youtube.com/WWA is now where they do the Hysteria show.
Right.
And basically, it's every show we do, but it's fine-tuned with like the commentary from our commentators, and then, you know, backstage stuff also, and, you know, some things you may not see if you're there live that go on behind the scenes.
Right. And that's cool because it means it's almost looks professionally produced. So it looks like you're watching these other guys' shows, you know, some of these big high-end produced shows. Yeah. I watched a couple of the stuff, and recently after we went to that one show because Tony was talking about it, I was like, well, let's go see this show, you know. It's not bad. They were down at the convention center. You were down there wrestling, so we came and watched it, and you did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
It was awesome, man.
With the big time poster above the ring and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, look at that. That's huge, man. That's like the main focus, and you're on it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. Like, people say, like, it's a good picture of me and stuff. And
it
like,
is.
Even my parents had never seen me, like, professional wrestle live or even backyard wrestle for that matter. But finally I got them to come to a show earlier this year. They were in town visiting, and basically I said, come to the show. At the time I was the national champion, and I'd defend the title against the former champion, Alexander Knight.
Right.
And basically I was like, come watch the show, and they got to come watch me, which was like one of the greatest moments I've had in wrestling, that they got to actually see me live.
Hell yes.
Wrestle, and I was champion at the time, and then I defended the title successfully too, so that was
even better,
icing on the cake.
There you go. So
yeah.
afterwards, I bet they were proud of you.
Oh yeah, and my mom was like, if you get a T-shirt or something with that like picture of you on there, I'll get that. I was like, well, I don't have any right now, but
that's so cool.
So,
Mom will buy a T-shirt of me. Yay! That's awesome.
I get people bug me all the time about T-shirts, and none have been made yet. We're still debating on ideas like the logos and designs and stuff. So.
Sure. Well, there's and there's a lot of ways to do that now, to where you don't necessarily have to like have a lot of stock. You can do some of these online things to where just to get the ball rolling. Where you submit some pictures and stuff to it, and that's what we do, because we got shirts, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff available online with our logos and stuff. And
so buy some. Support the podcast.
There you go.
Everybody listening, buy some.
You can go to our website, outbreakpodcast.com, and click through the links. Yeah, there you go.
We need something, since Macbeth hasn't came through on their sponsorship yet.
Macbeth?
Yeah, the shoes.
Oh, the shoe company.
Look, I even got a different pair of Macbeths. So,
yeah,
Macbeth, if you're listening.
Keeps trying.
Because for the longest time, the way we had the studio set up, the camera was behind me, and all you got was this beautiful picture of these beautiful Macbeth shoes. So I thought, since they were on camera all the time, at least they could send me a few pairs.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking, Tony. Wishful thinking.
Good point.
That's right.
You never know. But I think what ruined it was they're a vegan shoe company. And I was talking about eating steaks while wearing the shoes.
That might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, you're a meat eater, Tony. You don't have to eat the meat.
No.
Not that kind of meat. Stop it! Podcast is degraded down to...
Degraded?
Well, okay.
When will we ever upgrade it?
Ow, hurts, Tony. Really bad. Oh, Jesus. So, Logan.
Yeah.
I haven't swore once this whole podcast.
Well, what the fuck's wrong with you? No. Usually you swear more than that.
I know.
That damn. Anyway, so, but now you're the tag team champion, right?
Yep. I'm the WWA tag team champion along with Avispo.
Seems like the company's pretty high on you, man. Coming in, what, 2 years maybe?
I've been there about 3 now.
3 now?
Yeah.
Well, that's
actually,
good.
yeah, I think this month makes 3, because I debuted at Halloween Hell 2013. That's right. And basically, yeah, 3 years I've been there. Halloween Hell's this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, at the next level here in Owensboro.
Yeah.
So all you wrestling fans, get down there, buy tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have a Facebook page, right, which you gave earlier.
Yeah, I gave the YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's the same on Facebook. It's WWA is now.
Okay. And do they have a website as well?
Yeah, WWAisnow.com.
Cool. Well, help you guys out there. Get them to come check it out. Check out these shows, because that's some pretty cool stuff. The one we watched was about a month and a half ago, and it had some of those classic wrestlers that we love and grew up watching. Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there at that one. That was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then was it Tommy Dreamer?
Yeah, I had Tommy Dreamer, Raven, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. That was a big show, man. And of course,
Tracy Smothers as well.
And all the
Teddy
the staple
Brotherhood
WWA wrestlers were there too, and put on them. You guys put on a great show. You really did. I mean, you were in some kind of big, huge
it was a battle royal
match.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man. That was and the whole time I was there going, he's still in. And then one time you got thrown over, and I was like, oh, and he made it back in, slid under the rope. I was like,
yeah,
suck it.
How's everybody taking that double stomp off the top?
People hate me for it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I've left shoe prints and all this other stuff on people, and am I allowed to cuss or no?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
You heard us cuss, right? Right. Fuck no, you can't cuss.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, you say whatever you want,
Sometimes I'll slide it and don't realize it.
That's good. I should have said so ahead of time, but yes, cuss all you want.
It's like I made one guy shit himself. I stomped him. Oh
my god,
that's great.
Gosh.
Oh, that's effect though, right?
Yeah,
that's good. That's great.
But to my credit, I've always hit him in the stomach, chest area. I've never hit somebody in the nuts or in the face or anything.
Right.
I've never misaimed like that. So
right. Well, that's good. And you got a wicked kick too. What that's got to have a name for it?
Oh, just like my standing kicks.
Is that what it is? Yeah,
just regular kicks and stuff.
Well, I've seen like a couple of pictures online. It's like, oh, here he's kicking again. Flip over another match, and you're kicking again. Another match, and you're knocking this guy's teeth out. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of like having that like Muay Thai style with my fighting, like basically doing knees and kicks and. Then of course I'll do like some jiu-jitsu, like some takedowns, arm bars, and things like that. Just kind of incorporate all that because I used to do those classes. I haven't in a while, but all that's just fun to do.
Yeah.
Learning all these new techniques and applying them and throwing people off too.
Heck yeah.
And then finishing with the face crushing curb stomp.
Yeah, I love that. That goes back in the backyard days. I always loved doing that move.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was bummed when it got banned from Seth Rollins because I always thought that was an awesome finish.
Yeah, I mean,
his was a little different, but
I like the way he did it and stuff. Even though I wish they had called it something else other than curb stomp because I'm like, that's not how I know it.
Right.
So Super Dragon's the way I've learned to do it. Like pull their arms back and then stomp their face in the ground.
That's when you're supposed to start a Super Dragon chant.
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Well, next time we go see it, which may be in November. No, you got a November 5th show, I think, coming up, or November 4th?
And that one, if I'm not mistaken, is Livermore, off the top of my head.
And it's got a former WWE superstar in it, too, right? Eugene?
Yes, I believe that's the show. Let me verify that.
Yeah, no problem.
So, I can't remember which, like, I see the shows, and I can't remember which is which sometimes.
Well, you guys pretty much just run a circle now, right? You'll do Muhlenberg County, and then here, and then Livermore, and just kind of...
Yeah, basically it's the three,
through, right?
Yeah, the 3 stops we do.
You guys hit Bowling Green a couple of years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, we did Bowling Green for a little bit, and the crowd wasn't there really. We're not sure if it's just people weren't interested.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. November 5th, we'll have Eugene there and stuff
for the November rain match.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. We'll play on words there, but that's cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
But yeah, we did Bowling Green for a little bit, and it's one of those towns it's really hard to kind of get things going because with college kids, it's like either they're going to love it or they're going to be like, nah, screw that, I'm going to go drink or something,
right.
It's kind of hard to get that attention. Like even WWE has a hard time doing shows there from my knowledge.
Right.
So, and I know some other companies that have tried there and they just bombed. We did okay, but not near what we should have. So
right.
That's why we kind of left that be and now moved up to Owensboro, and we're doing really good in Owensboro.
Man, that show in Owensboro that we were at, man, that was I think those place was packed.
You guys had like 900 plus, didn't you?
Yeah, it was around 900. Yeah,
that's awesome. Hopefully, you guys can pull more shows in the convention center.
Yeah, I'm hoping
great place to do them.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, and the setup was pretty nice for the most part, so I liked it.
Even had like the bleachers on each side, which was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. People climbing up in those, and and checking. We were going to try and get in there, and we just was all full by the time we got there.
And plus, I could have adult beverages at the convention center.
Oh yeah,
legal adult. I really shouldn't say that.
You mean beer? Tony had a beer, is what he was saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I was surprised they actually did that. I wasn't too sure if they would or not, but they did, and I was like, well, I know it's a plus. A lot of people that come to our shows, they ask about that, if there's alcohol or not, and most of the time it's no, but the convention center was a yes that time, so.
Yeah, I think that really helped out because, not everybody wants to get belligerent, but it helps. It's a atmosphere, for a good sporting event.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And it's really,
and metal shows. When they had the big metal show down there, they had drinks there too, which is always a plus because there's a lot of metal kids that are under 21.
Yeah,
and if bands play at a venue that's over 21, they get screwed. I remember those days. I was told no, you can't enter because you're not 21.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that sucks. I don't care to drink. I just want to watch the bands play.
Yeah, exactly.
Convention center, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, different rules apply because they serve food. Yeah.
Is that why?
Yes, it is.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, it's their food license because they also have catering as well too. So that helps them out to helps them get through a few doors. But there'll be some drinking going on this Saturday for the Volumes of Blood premiere, which I think you're going to be at, right?
Yes.
There you go. So let's find out how you got involved in that too.
Oh gosh. Let's see. Rewind back to Convention Center again. Like it's funny how that place just keeps coming. Has all these connections for me now. And I used to think I wouldn't be in there that much, and I've been there a lot now, apparently. But PJ Starks had the film festival there at the convention center, and I remember I saw on Facebook or something, and like Peter Weller was there and stuff, and me and my girlfriend were like, let's go down there and check it out, you know, because I'm into like film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we went down there and met Peter Weller and Jason Coke. I always pronounce the last name. Is it Kroger? I can't pronounce it right, but met them, and then I met PJ and told him, I said, yeah, I had a really good time and stuff and all this, and like to hopefully see more of these and stuff. And then I had him on Facebook, and then I saw him post about like Volumes of Blood, you know, and this is the original one.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, what's that? And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's cool, they're doing a film. And so like I donated to like the Kickstarter or whatever. And
we did too.
Then later on when they finished it and all that, I was like, oh, I wonder when I'll get to see it, or maybe a chance to see it. And then they did it at the Malco here. They did a special screening of it, and me and my girlfriend went to that and saw it and loved it and stuff. So talked to PJ again, was like, hey, you know, if you do another film or Volumes of Blood 2 or something, hit me up. I'm down to do whatever, you know. I was like, I don't have any special training technically like on this stuff, but I mean, I'll be down to do whatever I can.
Yeah.
Because I told him I do like my own videos on the side and stuff, like little comedy stuff and things like that. So fast forward a few months later, basically then he hit me up and was like, hey, we're working on this. Do you want to come be a PA on it? And I was like, sure. So then me and my girlfriend came down there and basically started PAing from there. And then I got more hands-on, did like audio, like boom mic and stuff like that. So I did a lot of the sound effects and stuff like you'll hear in the movies that you won't realize is me and stuff. But
that's cool too. Yeah. And the like you said, sometimes the PAs are, you know, help get this, move this kind of thing. But I mean, there was a lot of times, you know, that I was there shooting behind the scenes, and I mean, you were like on boom, going out there, and you had to, you know, I mean, you put to work, you know, and you did a great job, man. Because that's not it's not easy getting the mic where you can pick up all the audio without getting it in the camera view.
Yeah, it's an art. Like some of the shots, like I thought for sure I'm out of the shot and stuff, but then they cut and they'd be like, well, I'll do it again, boom, gun mic. I'm like, oh god, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry guys, like, because we're doing the dead of summer too, and we were like in one house with no air conditioning. And it was upstairs, and it was blazing hot. It was like over 100, had to be. And we did the shot, and we're burning up, and it's like literally like the second to last shot of the day, and we're done with it. And they were like, cut. I got boom on that, and it was just like, fuck. And I was like, sorry guys. So then I was like, I readjusted myself and stuff. So,
but I mean, plus you got to hold it, and that thing is long, and it's not that super heavy, but I mean the weight distribution, since it's like 12 13 feet away from you, and you have to hold it down here to get the mic, you know, where it needs to go.
Some of the positions, again, it's like it's all right to hold them, you know, get them above your head for a little bit and stuff, but then after a while, it's like it starts really weighing you down, you know, and stuff.
Yeah, your arms aren't meant to just stay in that position and hold. That's not as easy as a good thing you're in shape from wrestling, right?
Thankfully. The worst of it was one of the last shots we were doing, not the final one, but the Murder Death Killer segment of it. Basically, there was a long take of this dialogue telling a backstory and stuff. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but while I'm doing it, I'm sitting there holding the mic, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to do a few lines and cut, and I'm like holding, and I was like, oh my god, this is like so much, like I'm about to drop it, and it was like a 3-minute long like speech basically, and it was like, oh my gosh. And then like as soon as I said cut, I was like, ugh. And then they're like, all right, take 2, and I was like, oh my god. Like that was the worst, because I really got to work out then.
Need another PA now. I'm gonna switch out.
I worked on an independent film a few years ago, and I was helping them do lighting, and I mean they were super low budget, and one of their lighting rigs was a fishing pole with like a, what are those, like party lights on it, because they needed some ambient lighting. And it was a scene like that, and it was like 6 minutes, like no cuts. So about 4 minutes in, I'm shaking because my arms are getting tired as hell. And then I didn't realize it, but you can hear and the sound guy never called cut. So they didn't know it until they were editing the movie. And they were like, we couldn't even use most of that scene because the light was shaking the whole time and nobody caught it. I was like, oh, I feel like shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. And like, thankfully, like with Volumes of Blood, you know, Horror Stories, the second one, we had such an amazing crew and cast and everything that everybody was on point and just jumped on everything. You know, there wasn't anybody just standing around with their, you know, hand up their ass, you know, basically. And,
Right.
you know, everybody jumped in, helped out with what they could, and made the best out of every take we could and stuff.
Yeah, I was real impressed, and behind the scenes, you're in a lot of that as well, and so we added that together. That's gonna be on the Blu-ray when it comes out, whenever. But yeah, that'll be on there, which will be kind of cool, seeing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that people.
Some of it was on Channel 44.
Oh yeah, there was a thing on today. I don't know if you got to see that or not. If not,
I saw it on Facebook, but I didn't really get to sit and watch it yet.
Yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, it's pretty cool. Now, some of the little snippets are short, but it was
Shot
still
by
cool.
David Anthony.
You know, well,
Yeah.
I shot a lot of stuff for that, but that was, you know, that's what I did it for PJ. It was like that way you'd have the behind the scenes to throw on a Blu-ray because everybody likes those bonus things and extra stuff, and it kind of lets him, you know, have a little record of what happened and some of the cut up and stuff, and it's cool and it's funny, and sometimes there's, you know, for one scene you can take, you know, maybe like it's one scene, it's one thing that. You know, it's like somebody comes to the door and you open the door and you have a quick conversation and you let them in. You know, well, that scene, you have to take it from the angle from outside and then the angle from inside and close up on the door handle as it opens. And, you know, and as you're walking, you'll somebody's feet when they're walking up to the, you know, all these different things, but they edit them together to where it's all seamless. And it's just open the door, let them in. So you're in the moment, you're in the movie. But to do all that stuff over and over again, it's crazy sometimes. There's a couple of scenes that, like, you know, that it's like the same dialogue, and you hear that speech 30 times, and from different, you know, but it's all different. You know, okay, now we're going to focus in on this actor, and then now we're going to focus on this actor's reactions to this actor talking. And it's just crazy, but that's stuff you don't really know until you're like behind the scenes watching. You get all that kind of footage, you know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's kind of one of the bad parts, like for me, like because especially working on this now, it's like, I mean, I used to already do it, but I do it more so now when I watch a movie, like especially when there's dialogue or something like that. I sit there and I'm like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, and like I start doing all the takes in my head and like, you know, start analyzing the scene more, and or I'll notice like a little Coke can off the side, then a second later it's not there. I'm like, well, there's continuity problems and stuff like that.
Exactly. I do the same thing too, man. It's cool though. It's cool. But I mean, that's, you know, you're getting into it. And I mean, movies, that's why they're so popular, because we love them, man. They're so awesome.
Yeah, it kind of ruins movies though, because I'm like that now too. Like I'll pay attention to how much liquid is in a cup. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, there was way more than that just a second ago.
Yeah,
and I catch myself doing all that, and I'm like, just stop and watch the fucking movie.
Yeah, that's how I can tell if a movie's good, is if, for me, if like I throw all that out the window, I'm just sitting there, just like watching it, you know, and stuff. Then I know I'm into the movie. But if I'm sitting there like, well, his tag's showing out of his shirt, now it's not. No, this can there, you know, type thing, or oh well, he turned this way, but his foot's there now, and type thing, you know. If I nitpick it too much like that, then I'm not really into it as much. But I mean, I'll still, my girlfriend hates it. Like we'll be sitting in the movie and I'll lean towards her, but like, you know, he did this different. You know, it's like he moved his fingers up this high, but the next shot was down lower and stuff. And she's like, "Just shut up!
You're taking me out of the movie." That's too funny.
I love NCIS, and my wife hates it because now she can't stop noticing it. I don't know if you guys ever watch it, but Abby, the forensic scientist, the goth chick.
Oh, okay.
She's in the lab all the time, but her gloves are always too big for her hands, and it bugs the living shit out of me because she would never be able to touch anything. Like the tips of her fingers are all hanging off a little bit.
Right.
And Danielle's like, "You fucking ruined it for me now." That's the only thing I see when she's on the screen now, is those damn too big gloves. Yeah. So it irritates.
Because she's an actress. She's not really doing that, Tony.
But it's not her fault.
Just messing.
That's whoever that person is. That's the PA saying, no, or wardrobe. That would be wardrobe.
Yeah, she got some tight gloves.
Saying your fucking gloves are too big.
Exactly.
Put on the right ones.
Put on the right ones.
Diva.
Or a left one.
She's probably complaining that her hands are sweaty. Gotta go
Sometimes the podcast goes off the rails. Can't tell. Anyway, so Logan.
Yeah.
Going in the right direction. God damn it. What happens at this point? I quit.
No, not again.
Yep.
Oh, damn it! It's the third time this podcast. So actually, let's go back into your wrestling. What are some of your influences? I mean, some people that wrestlers that you grew up watching or whatever. I mean, that like really made a difference to you.
Well, like I said, I caught my attention with like The Rock and Stone Cold, but for me, the biggest influences was like The Undertaker. Just something about that guy I've always been drawn to. Just the amount of respect he demands, like whether he's wrestling or just him. It's like there's something about him you just gotta respect that, especially how long he's been doing it.
Yeah.
And then also like Chris Jericho has been a big influence of how he's traveled the world and picked up all these techniques and styles, and I've always like kind of looked at that as kind of a go-to for especially me because I'm not a big guy, so I kind of have to look at those other techniques and stuff to get over and all that.
Yeah, I never realized how small Jericho was until I actually met him one time at a Lightning game when I lived in Florida, and I looked him kind of eye to eye, and I was like, dude, I thought you were way bigger than that. He's like, fuck you, man, I get that all the time.
I can imagine that.
So that was a pretty cool moment. I was like, I just got cussed out by Jericho. That's awesome.
But yeah, and then of course Chris Benoit back in the day, I always liked his intensity and how he could just go and
oh yeah, the Rabid Wolverine.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to say that guy's name.
No, shut up. You are too.
And the always the technical style he had. And stuff.
Yeah,
the amazing matches him and Jericho and even Angle, the three of them all had. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course I love like the cruiserweight kind of style, like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and all them. All those people influenced me in some way.
Yeah. So a lot of the high risk guys you seem to like then.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool because I mean, like you said, I wouldn't want to piss you off, but I mean, you're not like a super big guy, but then but you said you're able to, but you're more agile that way. You're more able to get away and around, some of the bigger guys, So that's cool, and it's cool. And like I said, that one that one move you do off the top rope thing that kills me.
Oh, my double stomp.
Yeah, the curb stomp, double stomp.
Yeah,
you get to literally say you kicked the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, stomp the shit out.
Stomp the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
You came in then when wrestling was at its hottest. Then you came in attitude era.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky. I'm a little bummed though because right when I got into it, I was right at the tail end of WCW. So I started doing that, switching back and forth between channels, and I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I watched 2 shows at once and stuff. And then I swear it was like not even 2 or 3 weeks after me doing that, they were like, oh, this is our last WCW show, and this is my event. Oh wait, Shane McMahon's here. It's like, I was like, damn, this sucks. But then it led into the whole invasion thing, and I just ate all that up and everything. That just hooked me, see all these guys, incorporated from both companies, wrestling and stuff.
So how do you feel about 3 hours of Raw now, though? It kills me. I can't do 3 hours.
I'll be honest, I haven't even watched Raw or SmackDown in probably like months. Ever since Daniel Bryan's retirement speech, I think I quit watching.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to sit down and watch 3 hours. Like even on Hulu, it's like an hour and a half. But even then, I'm like,
yeah, that's where I
okay, well this match sucks. This match sucks. This segment's dumb, and stuff. But then I'll sit there and watch like certain guys. Like I always liked watching. Like they might not have the best match, but I enjoy watching like Mark Henry. I've always respected that guy.
Right.
So I'll watch his matches every so often and stuff.
He's a big man.
Oh yeah.
And,
huge.
You don't want to, he fall over. You don't want him to fall on you. Oh, hell no.
Well, now they got the cruiserweight coming back, so they're doing all those guys again, which I'm excited about because they brought back Brian Kendrick, and I always liked that guy.
Yeah.
So that's making it a little more exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and a lot of those guys on like the indies that are trying to get there and stuff, like I know a handful are trying, and I was kind of like, hey, look over here when they were looking for people, but obviously they were looking elsewhere. But all those guys they get are just so good. It's amazing. Like, Jack Sabre Jr., Kota Ibushi, those guys are just amazing. Yeah. So it's like I'm excited to see who all they get, and hopefully maybe I can get my name in there eventually, but we'll see down the line.
So when you bring in a lot of these ex-WWE guys or whatever and you wrestle shows with them, is everybody feeling more pressure because they're there thinking, hey, these guys might go back to where, somebody else is and say, you should check out this local guy? Does it have that kind of feeling when they're on the card?
Not really. I mean, it's more of like, some of the guys are more like, oh my god, it's so and so. Like, oh my god, can I get a picture? It's they kind of fanboy out a little bit, and but other than that, it's more of just, all right, another day at the office. Let's do this. Tear up the show. We do that every time.
Right.
We always try to do the best show we can.
It shows.
I was about to say, and a lot of them, they're like, holy shit. when they get to the end of the night, they're like, that was good. Like Ray Waddell, I mean, he's a big guy, and he could sit there and do a moonsault off the top rope, and like
that he constantly misses.
Yeah, he's hit it a few times actually. He about hit me with it recently. I turned around to a submission, but yeah, it's like somebody who was I think Raven saw him do it and was like, that's pretty cool for a big guy to nail it like that, and so especially with your girth, as he said. So
that's funny.
Yeah, and then we've had these other guys come, and there's like, this is one of the best places I've ever been. They're blown away by our production and everything.
Right.
We've had the athletic commission in Kentucky come. They're like, this is the best place. The only one that beats us, to their opinion, is like OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, just because they're actually on TV. That's the only difference. If we got on TV, we would beat them. They said.
That's pretty cool.
But hopefully, we'll get to that point one day.
That's good. It's going in the right direction, man. I mean, bringing in the commentators and doing the YouTube channel. Because, I mean, really, YouTube's getting to the point where it's kind of bigger than being on a TV channel, really.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of the younger kids don't really watch TV. I mean, David's daughter,
she watches YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
I don't even think she knows about TV programs anymore if it's not on YouTube.
Yeah.
I got tired of paying that bill, so I just like, okay, I'm going to do Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, and Twitch TV. That's all I'm going to do.
There you go. So, I mean, that's really all you need. I mean, we have DirecTV here, but, it's
Twitch.
It's back until... What now?
Didn't you have me watch Twitch one day?
Yep. Because we watched
watching them play Minecraft for fucking hours.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what my daughter does too. And when I first, like when I got home from school, I'd watch whatever these cool shows that were on. Whether it be Ultraman or something like that was on TV when I got. Well, I'm an old guy. I'm 50,
Bonanza.
but no, not that old. Thanks, Tony. but I'd watch some cool shows. But they get home, it's like their favorite YouTuber. I'm like, your what? But the cool thing about that, I mean, some of them obviously do live streams, to set up a certain time kind of thing. But even then, after the live stream, it's uploaded and it's ready to go. You can watch any time, and that's what's cool about this. Is the people that watch you wrestling. It's like hey, they have a new match they just uploaded. Well, I can't watch it. I got to work tonight, but tomorrow when you get off, your match is right there, ready to go. So that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is, man. It's it's starting to make a big difference in the world. This YouTube stuff. It's I mean, we used to do when we do podcast, and we just used to do audio only, and then we had a lot of people were like, I wish you'd have at least the audio version on YouTube because it's easier for me to do that. I was like, okay, so we started doing that. So we added it to it, and it's it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
as long as my face isn't on there.
Oh, man.
We're good.
Mine too. Hideous.
I got the voice.
You do have the voice. I mean, yeah, you have the voice, Tony.
I'm not a radio guy like you. This is all new.
I'm not a radio guy.
I never spoke into a microphone until we did this.
That's true. We were sitting down one day at a break table at work, and it was like talking back and forth. I said, "We got to try this," and he's like, "Okay." So I mean, and luckily the person we talked about earlier, the other interview that we did, he worked there at the same place we did, so we talked him into being our first interview, and there you go.
Yeah,
rest is history.
That's cool.
35 into it.
Yeah.
One of these days I need to go back and listen to that first one and see just how horrible it was.
That was pretty good. You were pretty sexy.
You know my wife listens to this.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably a big turn off for her, too. It's like, my man's on the YouTubes. Yes. Or maybe not.
Sad thing is, the only one she's ever listened to is, I think, the one she was on.
There you go. Well, she did a good job on that one. It's all about, we did all about diabetes and that kind of stuff, so it was a pretty good one. So we go all over the place with our podcast. That's why we just we like to have fun. But we're really glad that you were here today, man. We really appreciate it. And Logan, thank you so much for being a part of our podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Let's run past real quick some of you got a show coming up in November 5th. And what was that at, Tony? Livermore, yeah. And then that's with the WWA.
Nutty, like I fucked up and said earlier.
It was easy to do, man. You were nervous.
That's what the edit button's for.
Exactly. Well, I'm not going to edit that. I don't believe that in.
That's fucked up.
Tony goes, don't make me look bad.
Right. Defending the tag team belts.
Exactly.
Again, too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm booked yet, so we'll see.
Well, hopefully it's going to be, knowing whatever you do, it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
So, because like I said, I enjoyed the match that we got to see last time, and the next time you're at the convention center, I think we're going to try and come down again and check it out.
So, I actually like Livermore too, man. That's it. The first time I went there to watch a wrestling show there, I was kind of like, I don't know, but this is kind of a weird building.
Yeah.
But once everything started going, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because everything's so close.
Yeah.
And it's just right there.
Right there.
Like,
in your
no
face.
bad place to sit. Yeah, it's just really awesome.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's definitely one of those interesting places to go. Like, you first get there and you're like, I don't know. This is going to be weird.
Yeah.
And then it's like, once it gets going, you're just like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
And the
it.
crowds are good there too, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So it's awesome. Now, and do you have a fan page where your fans can check you out at? Or?
Well, kind of. Basically, they can either follow me on like Twitter at Logan Abell.
Okay.
Or they can go on YouTube and look me up on there, Logan Abell or Sharkopathic Productions. That's kind of what I'm starting to try to do with my videos, start rolling with that more.
Yeah, Eric told me that I need to watch some of those, so I haven't done it yet, but I am going to do it now. That you were saying.
We basically what we did in the past was we had like comedy sketches and stuff, and we're still going to be doing those, but I'm trying to incorporate more diversity, I guess. Like this past week, we made a short horror film, like. I mean, it's video, really. It's like 53 seconds. But it's just to kind of get in the mood for Halloween. Just something me and my friends got together.
Was that the duct tape thing?
Duct tape thing.
Wasn't Eric telling us something about somebody with duct tape?
Oh, no. That's Brian Storm's video. Scared Storm's his thing. But he did help me on this, actually. He helped me with some of the audio and brought some of his equipment for me to use and all that.
Very cool.
But no, the video is like... it's nighttime and guys running and stuff, so it's kind of scary, but it's called Run, short horror. So look it up. It's pretty good.
Well, definitely. So. And if I can get the link, I'll stick it down in the notes so people can click on it and find it easier. We'll do that. Plus, we'll get your Twitter, all that information. Will be in the show notes as well, so that people can find those things easier. Logan, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you coming out. And this has been Escape Pod. I am David Anthony.
You are?
And you are?
I'm David Anthony.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm Tony Brown?
Yeah.
I'm T-Bone.
We switched up.
Did we?
So I'm going to get you a wig for next time.
Yeah, well, I need some hair.
Or just pull out those old mullet pictures that I know of.
All right.
So everybody follow David Anthony on Facebook.
I'll make your edit. Jesus, you bastard.
Blackmail's a motherfucker, ain't it?
Bye, Tony.
Bye.
That's it.
Lance Russell was the fucking
That's
guy.
it, yes. Lance Russell and what's his face? And what the hell was that show called?